Jai Shri Mataji. Please settle down. We will start in a couple of minutes. Jai Shri Mataji. Sahaj Yoga Singapore welcomes you to this session of Deepening Meditation and Holistic Health through Sahaj Yoga Methods. My name is Ruchika Bhatnagar and I am your moderator for today. It is our honor to host Dr. Madhur Rai this morning. For many of us, Dr. Madhur needs no introduction. We know her from our visits to Vashi Hospital. Dr. Madhur is a Sahaj Yogini, a medical practitioner, and a researcher. She is currently working as assistant professor in the Department of Physiology at the MGM Institute of Medical Sciences in Navi, Mumbai. She is greatly invested in research on Sahaj Yoga methods of treatment. Earlier, she spent several years working as the Chief Medical Officer and Chief Executive Officer of the Sahaj Yoga Health and Research Center, or VASHI, as many of us know it. Yogis from over 120 countries were treated at this hospital through Sahaj Yoga methods. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Madhur Rai.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchika, for your kind words of introduction. And I would like to thank the Singapore Collective for inviting me for this meditation session. It's a great honor and privilege to be associated with the Singapore Collective, a very team of very dedicated yogis, and very fortunate to be in association with you all. So, without wasting much time, we will go to today's program. And the topic that has been given is deepening in Sahaj Yoga. So, very humbly, I would put in that We are all trying to become Sahajogis, as one of our dear Sahajogi brothers has said, that we are all trying to become Sahajogis and we are trying to walk on this path collectively. And it is the need of the hour with the COVID pandemic going on. For now, the time has come, we can say, what Shimataji has said, that it will be on the Sahajogis to tide over and take the bird to the next step. So it's an ongoing journey, and it is like we have whatever have been our spiritual progress till now, in the sense that whatever has been our seeking, it was like it is like going to school and then coming to college, and Sahaj Yoga is the university finally. So we all have found Shrimataji. It is our uh, good fortune that we are all associated with Sahaj Yoga. And my path started way back around 20, more than 25 years back. And it is as you have like as was desired, that I also share my experiences, and these experiences come spontaneously. So something just whatever comes, so Shrimati desires us to share, I'll share that. So my journey started uh, like in all Indian homes, we do puja to all deities, and we were also doing puja to all deities, and also puja to Shirdi Sainath. And then uh, it was Shrimataji, we got introduced to Shrimataji. Our family got introduced to Shrimataji as my life turned from maiden maiden life to married life, as I took my marital life with my husband's family. I got introduced to Shrimataji, and it is there were ups and downs even during our due, like it was a arranged Indian marriage. So there were ups and downs even during the uh, marriage settling was going on. But I was following Shirdi Sainath, and for me it was like Shirdi Sainath has sent me to Shrimataji, and it was like, if Shrimataji is divine, in my mind it was like, if Shrimataji is divine, and if Shirdi Sainath is Shirdi Sainath is a realized saint, but we did not know anything about Shrimataji. But if Shri Shirdi Sainath has sent me to Shrimataji, then it will happen as divine wants it. So first time when we met Shrimataji, it was then itself that came to know that Shrimataji is divine. She gave me an experience, in the sense that we were asked to go and meet Shrimataji in we are from Hyderabad, born and brought up in Hyderabad in India. So we were asked to go and meet Shrimataji. So we went to myself and my father, we went to meet Shrimataji. And the first time I saw her, she had returned from a puja. So I saw her lotus feet decorated, and Shrimataji looked at us, and then afterwards the leader of Hyderabad, who was accompanying Shrimataji, he said that Shrimataji has come after puja and she is tired, so please come back tomorrow morning. So next day, it was very far off from our home. So next day we got up early in the morning, and myself and my father, because my husband's family, the condition was like, my father-in-law was like, we like the girl, but only if Shri Mataji approves, we are following. Uh, we have a Guru Mother, and if only if Shri Mataji approves, then we will get uh, our son married to her. So Shrimataji's approval was very important. So, so next day again, myself and my father, got up early in the morning, 5 o'clock. We took a bus and we went uh, to the leader's house where Shrimataji was staying. And then we were waiting from morning 6, 7. We reached around 6, 7 o'clock, and we were waiting, and it became noon. And then they were saying the Shimataji is resting. After puja, she is tired, so she is resting. So we waited and waited. Finally, it became afternoon, and then the leader came and he said that Shimataji is taking rest. So we will tell that you all have come. You please leave. How long will you wait? So then my father, like how Indian fathers are, how important it is for uh, girls to get married in India. So he was skeptical, what should we do? And I was a young doctor, and I just said, Papa, we have come, we have done our duty. Now let us leave. We have come, we have paid our obeisance, and now let us leave. So we have done our part of the duty. So Shimataji was on the first floor, and her room was on the first floor, and we were on the ground floor. So, but my father was, not knowing what to do. So we were just there pondering what to do, what not to do. And I was saying, come, Papa, we will go, we'll go. Then afterwards, in some time, we heard Shimataji's voice. Uh, she was talking to the leader, and she said, Professor Rai's my father-in-law. So Professor Rai's relatives have come. Please ask them to come up. So the leader said, Shimataji, they have left. Uh, they have left. I just told them to leave, so they have left. And Shimataji said, no, no, they are waiting downstairs. Please bring them up. And then the leader, he came running down the stairs case, and then he took us up. So that was my first experience that Shimataji is divine. And then further it went on. So we got then in a marriage, Shimataji got us married, and then uh, like I will share quite a many experiences, because this has been my husband has been telling that we must record yeah, our experiences. And as Ruchika, you have also asked me to share. So I will take this opportunity to share these experiences, because for posterity, I think it is very important for us yogis and yoginis who have had the good fortune to have her Sakar Swarupa Darshan and experiences with her, to share these experiences for benefit of new seekers. It helps to deepen our faith
Yes,
in
definitely.
in Shimataji and Sahaj Yoga. Then after marriage, like I was practicing Sahaj Yoga. I didn't know much, but they had given a booklet, so I used to make foot soak, etc., and do the meditation as I understood through the booklet. Then when Shimataji, she came for our marriage reception, which happened in Delhi. There were quite a many yogis also who graced the occasion. And when Shimataji came, she she looked at me and then she asked me, "Are you happy?" So, like, no, no, not "Are you happy?" She said, "Now you are happy." So I said, "Yes, Shrimataji." So, I was a new seeker, not even a seeker, just got introduced to Sahaj Yoga for marriage. And but it was there was a 1 year gap between our engagement and marriage. So I used to sit in front of Shri Mataji's photograph, and through that booklet, introduction booklet, whatever I understood, or I just used to do it, and used to do the foot soak whenever uh, whenever I could get the opportunity, because my family was not into Sahaj Yoga, and my brother, etc., they used to like tease me. They will make you also Shri Mataji. And so when everybody is sleeping, then when everybody has gone to sleep, then um, chori chupe, matlab, so that nobody is seeing. That time used to take a tub of water and do the foot soak. So that just keep the feet in water, did not know any mantras, nothing. And then when Shimataji came for our marriage reception, which was also a very, uh, it was a big, big blessing. She has asked, "Now are you happy?" So then I said, "Yes, Shimataji." And I was like a small child, very excited. And but later on, it I understood that whatever I was doing in front of Shrimatiji's photograph, she knew about it. So it was not like something she's whatever I was praying on the photograph, or it was like whatever mental thoughts were there. I used to speak in front of a photograph, or whatever it was. She knew everything. So whenever this is the importance of the photograph, that whatever we speak with her on the photograph, Shri Mataji in her Nirakar Swarupa is actually in Sakar Swarupa, and she knows everything. After that, I have a spinal condition, congenital spina bifida occulta. So I got married, and then I was pregnant. Uh, uh, I continued to pray to Shri Shirdi Sainath. And then my husband told me that Shri Shirdi Sainath is in our void, and if you have to go above in your spiritual journey, then you have to uh, pray to Shri Mataji and practice Sahaj Yoga. So again, I started with the foot soak, and I used to basically, it was, I think, talk to Shri Mataji on the photograph. I did not know what meditation is. I did not know that we have to silence our thoughts. But for me, it was just sitting in front of the photograph, and whatever worries or whatever issues I had in my mind, uh, when I sit in front of the photograph, all those get resolved, and I feel very peaceful. So that was the only thing that in the name of meditation that I knew of, that when I sit in front of the photograph, I become peaceful, and whatever little worries I have, everything are cleared off. So I became pregnant, and I have this spinal condition. So I used to have a lot of pain in my lower back area, to the extent that I could, when if I lie down, I cannot turn. So the pain was used to be so excruciating. And because my father-in-law was actively involved in propagation of Sahaj Yoga, and Shri Mataji used to send him to quite a many foreign lands for propagation of Sahaj Yoga. So he used to go to see Shri Mataji whenever she was in Delhi. And my husband used to accompany, because he used to drive my father-in-law uh, to see Shri Mataji. So whenever they used to go to meet Shri Mataji, Shri Mataji used to ask, "Why does your wife fear?" And she used to ask my father-in-law, "Why does she fear?" So they did not know why I used, what was the fear in me. I used to have this excruciating pain. So then once we got the opportunity as a family to see Shimataji, and Shimataji inquired with me, why do you fear? You are a doctor, medical doctor. You have done so many uh, because I had done my residency in gynecology and obstetrics. You have done so many deliveries. Why do you fear? Then I told her I have this pain, and so she said, "Okay, sit down." And she made me sit down, and she kept her lotus feet on my back, with where there is the spinal defect. And she asked me, is anything happening? So then warmth started coming out of my Agnya chakra. And then I said, I'm experiencing warmth feeling coming out from my forehead. Then she said, this girl thinks a lot. So this is what happens when we think that all the heat is there, it gets trapped in our body, and that gives us this pain in our body. And after that we came back home, and by evening 95% of the pain had vanished, and by next day 100% the pain had vanished. So this was my direct experience that I had with her. And after that I had painless delivery. So my first son was born painless delivery. And but this medical condition is there. So for the second delivery again I used to have the similar pain, but Shri Mataji was not in India. So one day I had this pain, and there was Shri Mataji's photograph in our home. So I just the pain was so severe, so just tears started flowing from my eyes, and I said, Shri Mataji, last time you cured me of this pain. This time, who's going to cure me of this pain? And you will be surprised to know that after that, I don't know what connection happened. My prayer was so intense that after that I did not have any pain during my second delivery also. So this is the experience. Like in a Sakar Swarupa, she used to work on yogis and then clear them of their issues. And also in a Nirakar Swarupa, the same result we can experience once we have that faith, and that connection is established, then everything works out. So it is the only thing is our connection has to happen. And it is sometimes like in the questions that have been that the yogis have put, it is like, why certain yogis who are many years they are practicing Sahaj Yoga, still they are having medical issues. So I would say that it is mm, it is not that we are becoming immortal by practice of Sahaj Yoga, or we are not going to have any health issues or any challenges in our lives. But through Sahaj Yoga, because we have to progress, and like through Sahaj Yoga, she gives us all the help, and all the she has given us all the methods. And it is like she has said that only when the clouds are there, then you have that the desire to see the sun. So certain challenges in life come up, and though it is only when those challenges come up, if not, as human beings we are involved more in the materialistic aspect of the life, and our spiritual life takes a back somewhere in our journey. It is, we do not pay so much importance. So I think these challenges, they again make us go to the spiritual aspect and get really connected to Srimataji. And even medical diseases, they may come up in our lives, but they if we are practicing Sahaj Yoga sincerely, so it only leaves us deepened in our faith and in our spiritual ascent.
Thank you, Dr. Madhur, for sharing your wonderful experiences. And as you said, it's really the connection that is decisive about our ascent and our depth of our meditation. So I would request you to please lead us into meditation. Thank you.
So we will begin the meditation process by a collective bandhan. We raise our kundalini and take a collective bandhan. Three Mahamantras. Om Swami Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvamiv Sakshat Shri Kaliki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvamiv Sakshat Shri Kaliki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namah. Left hand to Shri Mataji, right hand on the Mother Earth. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Om Tvamiv Sakshat Shri Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. For clearance of the left side, we shall pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, please remove all imbalances from my left side, and please clear my left channel through the Mother Earth. Shri Mataji, please remove all imbalances from my left channel, and please clear my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mantra Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Bhairavnath Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Bhairavnath Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now for clearance of the right side, we bring a right hand to Shri Mataji, take the left hand to the sky. We shall pray to Divine Mother. Shri Mataji, please take away all excess heat, all imbalances from my right channel, and please clear my right channel through the air element. Shri Mataji, please take away all the excess heat, all the imbalances from my right channel into the ether element. Mantra Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Hanumana Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. With our attention on the Agnya chakra, we shall pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, I forgive. I forgive everyone, including myself. Shri Mataji, please forgive me for all mistakes committed against the Spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Shri Mataji, I forgive. I forgive. Mother, I surrender all my thoughts, all my conditionings at your divine lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please give me thoughtless awareness. Mother, please give me thoughtless awareness. Please forgive me and all Sahajogis of the world for any mistake committed against the Spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Shri Mataji, please forgive all humanity for all mistakes committed against the Spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Mantra Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. attention on the back Agnya. Shri Mahaganesh Sakshat, Shri Mahabhairavnath Sakshat, Shri Hiranya Garbhai Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahaganesh Sakshat Shri Mahabhairavnath Sakshat Shri Hiranyagarbhai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. We will all recite the Lord's Prayer over here. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. With our attention on the Hamsa chakra, we shall pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, please give me Lord Ganesha's divine wisdom and Shri Hanumana's divine discretion so that I can correct myself. Shri Mataji, please bless me with Lord Ganesha's divine wisdom and Shri Hanumana's divine discretion so that I can correct myself. Shri Hamsa Chakra Swamini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hamsa Chakra Swamini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Nirvichar Sakshat. Om Tvameva साक्षात् श्री निर्विचार साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। Both hands, Shrimataji. We shall pray to Divine Mother. Shrimataji, by your grace, I am pure spirit. Shrimataji, by your grace, I am pure spirit. Please enlighten my spirit. Shrimataji, please enlighten my spirit. Shrimataji, I am not guilty of anything. Mother, I am pure spirit. Hence, I am not guilty of anything. Mother, I forgive. I forgive. Please forgive me for any mistake committed against the Spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Shrimataji, please take my individual and our collective attention above our Agnya and Vishuddhi chakras, and please establish our attention at your divine lotus feet in our Sahasrara. Shrimataji, please give me my self-realization. Please establish my self-realization within me.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you,
We,
Dr.
th-
Madhur, for
we
such a
thank Shri
beautiful.
Mataji for giving us the state of peace. Some little uh, right side was still getting worked upon. So we can just all of us affirm. For the left side, the affirmation is nobody can manage me, only Shri Mataji can manage me. And for the right side, it is Shri Mataji is only managing me. Shri Mataji is only managing me. For the left side, the affirmation is nobody can manage me, only Shri Mataji can manage me. And for the right side, it is Shri Mataji is only managing me. Shri Mataji is only managing me. We will all thank Shri Mataji for giving us this collective meditation, for joining all of us together and to be able to meditate in this manner collectively, joining all the world collective. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you for everything. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Dr. Rai, for leading us into this meditation and for showing us different ways to work on ourselves. Regarding this meditation itself, we have a few questions, and I'll read them to you. Um, Based on your experience, Dr. Rai, could you share with us one most common barrier experienced by the seekers? And also, if you can share the corrective action in order to go deep, ascend in their spiritual journey, and achieve holistic health.
So, as I said, there are like a different stage in as a person comes to Sahaj Yoga. So, the first thing is the person is acceptance of Sahaj Yoga. First of all, it is whether it really as it is being told or not. So that is the first doubt a person has about the how much it is true what is being said. So it all depends upon our experience. Some people may experience the flow of the cool breeze and may instantaneously develop faith in Sahaj Yoga. And once even after coming to Sahaj Yoga, the thing that keeps us hitting the point is, I think, our thoughts. We are not able to get above our Agnya and our reactions. So, those two things, our thoughts and our reactions, we and during meditation, we may reach the state of thoughtless awareness, we may reach a Sahasrara. But again, putting Shrimataji's words, because I used to experience this like in a spiritual journey also. It happens that first you get your individual awakening, in the then then comes the state of collective consciousness. So first a person experiences individual awakening, and then will be feeling the cool will be feeling the cool breeze, and getting to the thoughtless state, and going to the Sahasrara. Then the next step is getting the collective consciousness. So uh, once a person starts getting the collective consciousness, then again a person uh, meditative state may go down, because as Shri Mataji has said, our chakras are weak. So she has given us, by giving us realization, she has laid the roof, but the pillars are not yet built. And the pillars are the chakras, they are weak, and as a result of which the kundalini goes up to the Sahasrara, and then again it falls down. And the thoughtlessness state and the meditative state is experienced only as long as the kundalini is above the Sahasrara. Only when it crosses the Agnya chakra, then only we are in the meditative state. So I asked Mataji once, Mother, it happens that my kundalini goes up and then again it comes down. So what should I do? So she said, yes, it is like she gave an example, like it is a like a stream flowing, and on the sides you have villages. So the stream is flowing, and the villages, they keep drawing the water to themselves. So the flow of water that is that moves upwards is reduced. So it is the same thing. The kundalini is like the river, it is flowing up, and the chakras are like the villages who take the, as the kundalini rises, they take the energy to themselves, and as a result of which the movement of kundalini reaching our sahasrara, the strands are less. So then I said, okay Shmachaji, then what should I do? So she said, keep meditating. So it is daily we have to put the oil in the lamp, and daily we have to light the lamp. So the only technique is every day we have to be regular in our practice of that 5-10 minutes of clearance, which is through the foot soaking, and then meditation. So that is how slowly our Sushumna, the central channel, will expand, and the strands that are coming up will be more. And as it gets stationed, as the Kundalini gets stationed on the Sahasrara, we will be able to achieve the thoughtlessness state and be in the meditative state. The other Shimataji has spoken in his talks is about the second energy center, that is the Swadhisthana, which is in the modern world very overactive, and that because of that the heat, it goes up, and our thoughts, our reactions, and our ego, all those are because of the second center, that is the Swadhisthana chakra. So applying ice on the liver, applying ice on the right Agnya, for the right sided people, very helpful. And if it is the reverse, that is the people who are more emotional type, then they have to work on the left side. So it is, we have to uh, work as our system is. If we are on the overactive side, then we have to cool down our system, and if we are on the emotional aspect, then we have to balance with the candle, and meditating with left hand to Shrimataji and right hand on the Mother Earth.
Dr. Rai, there are some of us who are actually a little bit of both. So, in that case, we should first clear the left side, or how does it work?
It is whichever is prominently showing at that moment. If it is the left side catch that is prominently showing, then work on the left side initially. Or if it is the right side that is showing up, then work on the right side and then do the candle. If you have too much heat in the body and then you are again working with the candle, it will overheat your system more. So then cool down your system and then work on the candle. It may also happen that once your overactive right side has cooled down, the left side will clear out by itself, and vice versa.
I see. Okay. Then another question that is on top of many people's minds at this point is, should we take the COVID-19 vaccine?
Yes, it is advised to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Shimata, you always said we should take the vaccinations. Even for children, she recommended. And in her Sakar Swarupa, she also used to herself take whatever was necessary.
Then another question that comes very often is, uh, when I sit for meditation, I'm unable to go thoughtless. All kinds of thoughts are coming to my mind, and whatever I do, even though I sit daily and regularly for meditation, I'm unable to reach the thoughtless state.
So shoe beating is very helpful in getting to the in getting above our Agnya. Other thing is, don't close your eyes. Meditate on Shimataji's lotus feet and have a candle in front. Those are the different things. One is shoe beating. The other is don't close your eyes. Meditate with your eyes open. Look at her lotus feet, and then looking through the candle flame at Shimataji's bindi is helpful. And as I said, ice pack on the right agya, right swadhisthana, also very helpful. Another method she has given is keep right hand towards her photograph and left hand on the right swadhisthana. So all these thoughts, etc., they are all basically coming, the overactivities of the right side. And the affirmations, Shimataji, I do nothing, verily you are the doer, you are the enjoyer. And Shimataji, please take my attention above my Agnya and Vishuddhi chakras. Mother, I do nothing. I surrender all my thoughts to your divine lotus feet. The Lord's Prayer. So these are all very helpful. Ghee camphor is also very helpful. I find that it helps to ghee camphor in nose. It cools down our system. So for it actually puts you to the left side. So ghee is also very helpful. Ghee camphor in the nose is also very helpful.
Dr. Rai, another notion here of people living in the hot countries is putting ghee camphor in the nose is very heating. Is that true? Can we, even in Singapore, put ghee camphor every day?
As I said, I find it that it reduces my right side, and actually too much cow's ghee. So it is mother. So it will take you to the left. It will move you to the left. So too much use. I find I go to the left side.
Oh, and what if we are left-sided? We still use it, or should we change the oil, or how would it work?
This is actually for the Hamsa chakra, because for Hamsa chakra, Shimataji has said there is nothing. You have to lubricate your Hamsa chakra. So it is little bit of she has said you can use butter or ghee. So you can apply a little bit of it. So it is our in like even in Ayurveda you have the neti. So they and then they have this instilling of oil. So it lubricates our paranasal sinuses and the hamsa. So your inner system is kept lubricated.
Thank you. Um, Now, coming to lubrication, there are many questions about hair loss. People are losing hair in patches or just having a general hair loss, and they would like some advice on that.
Yes, I have a personal experience. Shimataji was very much concerned about my hair, and at different times she has um, vibrated and given different oils to me. So initially she vibrated oil which is called as Japa Kusum, J A Pakusum. So this is Japa Kusum oil. So she vibrated that and she gave to me, and she said we have to mix it with equal quantity of coconut oil, and she said to apply that. So it is again, I think, for my son, when he was born, he didn't have much hair on his scalp. So then she asked me to comb his hair to the backside. So it is a sign of ego. So it is too much of thinking, etc. We lose this hair, we have this hair loss. Patchy hair loss could also be a fungal infection.
Mhm.
So it has to be differentiated. It is a total the scalp hair loss is because many times she has said that we don't put oil in our hair, so it causes hair loss. We are thinking too much, so that is also another cause. So we have to cool down our system. And she, as I said, she vibrated this Japa Kusum hair oil and she said mix it with coconut oil. Another time she vibrated and gave me coconut oil. So coconut oil, she recommended coconut oil and Japa Kusum. And once in my dream, I got, so it came just like that. I was not thinking about it, but in my dream, she came and she told me to use Jaba Kusum, that is Jabakusum. And I did not know that this type this there is there anything this type of oil or anything. So I went to the chemist and I inquired, and to my surprise, this is a lotion which is there, Jaba Kusum. It is made of this hibiscus flowers.
Oh,
So in my dream, she came and she gave me this. So these are the three things, oils which I know, which she personally she has helped me. And yes, it is, I think, overactive right side, or it could be your hereditary. But you can try any of this. One is Japakusum, mix it with vibrate it, and keep also coconut oil, vibrate it. You can mix both and you can apply. Or this Jabakusum, Jabakusum, Jabakusum lotion, which is basically from a lotion made of hibiscus flowers. So these can be tried, but also see a skin specialist to know that you do not have any fungal infection.
okay. And then from being right-sided coming to the left side, uh, people would like to know that their left hand never feels cool even though they use a candle every day. They meditate with the candle behind their back, and still the left hand never feels cool. In fact, there's heat constantly coming out. um, that's one part, and the other part is that some people advise using one, some people advise using three, and I've even heard up to using four candles. So what is your advice on this?
So basically, if you are feeling imbalance on the left side, then use the candle. One technique which Mataji recommended to me was first balance the, like, especially if you are having heat on the coming out from your hands and feet. Then she said it is a sign of weakened left side. So she said that to meditate, first keeping right hand towards a photograph and left hand to the sky, and then meditate with left hand to her photograph and right hand to the sky. So reading Shri Mahakali names, Shri Bhairava names, or simply meditating. So she told me meditate more with keeping left hand towards her photograph and right hand to the sky. So as you are saying, it is the people are feeling heat from the left hand also. So it could be a weakened left side. So they can try meditating in this manner, and uh, also read Shri Mahakali names or Shri Bhairava names, and do not do it mechanically. You can, you should you do it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but put your whole heart and soul. If you are not able to become thoughtless, as I said, keep your eyes open, and you can listen to Shrimatiji's talk while you are going into the thoughtless state, because just listening to her her talks work on our chakras, and they nourish us. So whichever channel or whichever chakra you are feeling weak, you can put a talk on that, of that, like if it is, you can play Shri Navratri Puja talks or Shri Mahakali talks, so that will nourish your left channel.
Dr. Rai, there are many people who want to do the foot soak as well as candling at the same time. So, putting the feet in the water plus having a candle behind the left Swadhisthana. So, can we do both elements together or we have to do one at a time?
Basically, only in certain cases, like in cancer. So Shrimataji said keep both the feet in water and then work on the system, because there is so much of heat. If not, it is advisable to do one of after the other. So as I said, if you're whatever it is, not like taking multivitamins, just taking everything. Sahaj Yoga, that is what we have to understand. Only what is required you do. If it is not required, if candle treatment is not required, don't do it.
Okay.
Only if it is required, do it. If not, just balance and do meditation, do your foot soak, that is sufficient.
And then what about the candle number? I mean, some because one fire element is in front of Srimataji, and then we can just have one, or do we need three or more?
So the normally we are doing three candle clearance, having one in front of Shrimataji, one on the left side, and with the third candle we are working on our left side chakras. Even, personally, Shrimataji has given to some yogis a five candle clearance, in the sense that Shrimataji asked two candles to be kept, like one in front of her photograph, another on the left side, and one behind, uh, on the left Swadhisthana. One she asked to be kept at the window, and then work with the fifth candle. So this is, I know of one yogi who shared with me. Shimataji gave this five candle clearance, but it is only in specific cases. But what Shri Mataji always said was, like, whenever you are meditating or doing any clearance, have the window open, so that whatever negative energy is there, it moves out of. If not, it is circulating within the room. So again, in Western countries, this is an issue, because of the cold and snow, etc. They may not be able to keep the windows, etc. open. But any other like in tropical countries, especially, like we have the good fortune of having not having so much of cold, we should keep our window open, so that whatever, when we are doing the clearance, the negative energy is that comes out, can be moved out of the room. So the fire element is used also to remove the negative energy that comes out of our system. So normally three candle clearance is sufficient, and if you are if you are meditating, one candle is sufficient.
Coming back to the ghee camphor, Dr. Madhur, some yogis want to know at what age can we use ghee camphor for children?
So instilling ghee camphor in the nose, if for small children it is difficult, but massage can be done for them. So ghee massage can be done, that helps to build the muscles of the for small children below the that is from the below neck down. you can massage with ghee. So she said that it helps to uh, build the muscles, the cow's ghee massage. And also in for small children, if they have diarrhea, if you massage with ghee the abdomen and the navel area, etc., so it also stops the diarrhea. So it is for small children, till the child is not comfortable to get this instilled. uh, you can just give a massage at least once a week, especially small children like infants. They can be given the uh, any mineral oil she has said you can use, and also ghee is also very good for massage. Cow's ghee.
And what is the proportion of ghee and camphor that we use to make the ghee camphor? Because the yogis in the Western countries probably don't have ghee available and they would like to know how to make this ghee camphor and in what proportion.
So, if I remember correctly, it is for 100 grams ghee, we use around, I think, so, yeah, 100 grams of ghee. I think 1 is to 10 is the ratio, if I remember correctly.
Mhm. 1:10. And so we put the ghee, make it a little bit warm, and we just put the camphor in it and let it dissolve and then
Uh,
cool it.
yeah, we use the natural camphor that is called the Bhimseni camphor, and you can recite Shri Ganesh Shisha while it is being made. Like when you are putting it on the, you are mixing it, you can sit in front of Shri Mataji, raise your kundalini, give a bandhan. So first warm the ghee, make it liquid, and then add the camphor. And as you are adding, you can recite Shri Ganesha Shisha. You can leave it overnight in front of Shri Mataji's photograph or for some time to get it vibrated, and then it can be distributed.
Okay. Um, then there is another question that while people are taking bandhan, raising kundalini, they start burping. So what does it mean? Does it mean anything? Because every time they take, they raise kundalini to make bandhan, they start burping.
So sometimes there are certain blockages which get cleared as we raise our kundalini. So it could be the nabi or the void, which is, or it in the central heart, which is getting worked upon. So as the Kundalini works on the knots or the blockages which are there, and as it clears, it certain people have certain issues because all our chakras are not in completely opened out, and as I said, they are being we are all on the path of to get into this state. So they can try reading Sri Adiguru names, and while they are making foot soak, they can clear their void taking the 10 names. And also they can take vibrated salt in their food, so that will help to clear the void, and the nabi is gets cleared in the foot soak. And also clear the central heart, because uh, the void and the central heart together uh, uh, will help in getting over this issue.
And for this vibrated salt, Dr. Madhur, some people do take this salt water treatment wherein they drink a little bit of vibrated salt with water. Is that a real treatment? And if it is, then how often should it be done?
So it is for people who have, as I said, we cannot generalize and do all these things, because it is all going to add to karam kand, do this, do that. It is to be done only if it is required. So if you have some void issue, only then do it. So that is the beauty of Sahaj Yoga, that you are mastering yourself. So you take only what is required. If it is not required, don't do it, because it is not in the sense that when it is not required and you're doing it, you're just overdoing.
Mhm. Correct. And a similar question on void is that the left swadhisthana and left nabhi fingers catch always. Does it mean that the void is affected?
If like left the it is
Left
if the
swadhisthana and
yeah
left nabhi.
void nabi, so it specifically shows on the void also, then it is a void catch. But if it is not showing on the void, then it is not a
Not a
void
void
catch.
catch. Okay. Um, then there is a question that can we see Sri Mataji's video where, even when we are doing clearing, like foot soak and candling?
So during candle, it is very difficult to see Shri Mataji's talk or video. But while food soaking, because there could be shortage of time, and you are then it is you are also listening to Shri Mataji's talk and making the food soak for some that may go, but for candle it is advisable to when you're in when you're sitting for meditation, listen to 5-10 minutes of Shri Mataji's talk. That is more advisable. Foot soak you can do if you're running short of time.
Or otherwise, we can just listen to an audio talk if we are doing the candling
It is better that you listen when you are doing
meditation.
meditation.
I see.
So candle clearance, because candle is quite dangerous.
Mhm.
It is not to be taken, and your attention. It is matter of attention. When we are playing Shri Mataji's talk, if you listen to her talks in during meditation, you will find that it is working on your chakras. And when we are using the fire element, we have to be careful, because even a little bit of here and there, uh, it may be dangerous.
Yes, yes. Okay. Some yogis want to know how to treat depression in Sahaj Yoga.
So it is a left side, and we have to work with the candle. We can use lemon and chilies, read Shri Mahakali names, and shoe beat, paper burn. So these are all helpful. So candle clearance really helps to cure depression. Uh, I have learned that this practically like we all know it, that when we feel a little bit low, we are feeling upset, then you just make the candle clearance and you will be fine. So it is really like magic. Of course, if it is a deep depression a person is suffering, then camphor treatment, havan is also helpful. But if not, you are feeling a little bit low, you are upset for some reason, you make candle clearance, and after some time you will find that you are fine.
Somebody wants to know the treatment for schizophrenia.
So it is again a left side issue, and there are too many thoughts. So any to do this Sage Yoga clearance, you need to be at least in a frame of mind that you are able to work on yourself. If schizophrenia is very severe, a person is just not able to meditate or do anything, family members can help by doing shoe beat, and collective shoe beats can be done. So certain times medication is required for the person to come to a state wherein the person is able to accept and do the practice of Sage Yoga. So if it is too severe, then medication consultation with the psychiatrist is to be taken, and medication should be taken. If not, a treatment of the left side, the matka clearance, three candle clearance, camphor clearance, shoe bead, and paper burn, they are all helpful.
And then, still staying on the left side, there are many people who want to know how to treat eczema.
So, eczema or any skin disease, it is from the left nabi, and it is we need to work on the left nabi. So you can keep even psoriasis is the left nabi. So you keep a candle in front of your on the left side, and show your left nabi finger, the middle finger, to the candle flame, and keep the right hand on the mother earth, or you can keep it on the left nabi. You can recite Shri Ganesha Chatushisha, meditate for some time, read Shri Mahakali names, do the three candle clearance. So that will help to clear all the skin diseases. It takes time, skin diseases.
Some people also have a weeping kind of eczema and it's very itchy, especially children. It's really unbearable for them.
Yeah.
Is there
So
anything?
yeah, when it is itching and it is VP type, it is the liver is also very hot. So that time don't do too much of candle, but clear the right side, the right swadhisthana and the right nabi. So itchy, and this is the right nabi is overactive because of the right swadhisthana. So you have to cool down the right side in cases where it is very itchy.
Okay. Then somebody wants to know the treatment for gout.
Gout is again a left side, and all the things that I have told about the left, plus hot fermentation with carom seeds, that is ajwain. You can warm it in a pan or in a pot, the iron kadai that we have, and you can warm it. You can add some rock salt to it so that it remains warm and hot for some for a longer time, and you can put it in a cotton cloth, and you can do the fermentation on the joints which are painful and swollen, and also you can massage with vibrated mustard oil,
Mm.
so that you can vibrate it and you can massage, so that would also help.
And then people have the same question about arthritis. I think arthritis due to aging, because
So
especially after menopause, they have stiff joints, and at a certain age, people have painful knee joints and
So
they
a little
become
bit
stiff.
of exercise is very important. So walking, etc., is very helpful. And again, it is arthritis is left-sided. So there are actually Shimataji has given two things. One is rheumatoid arthritis, and the other is osteoarthritis. So in osteoarthritis, it is she has specifically said that calcium is it is we have to give heat for rheumatoid arthritis, whereas for osteoarthritis it is we have to work on the right side.
Mm. Okay. And then coming to the right side, some yogis would like to know the treatment for hyperthyroidism.
So hyperthyroidism, it is right side. So we have to do the foot soak, the ice pack, and you can do Allah Akbar, read Shri Krishna 16 names, and inner part of Vishuddhi is controlled by Sri Rama. So reading Ram Kavach is also to be. You can read Sri Ram Kavach also apart from Shri Krishna names, and meditate with right hand to Shri Mataji and left hand to the sky.
So one yogi has written in that they have asthma and they also get a pain in their back behind the center heart and also the right heart, and would like to know what to do.
So it is again the right side clearance, and reading Sri Ram Kavach will help for this person who has this. So it is a right sided issue, and all the right side ice pack, meditation, foot soak, reading Sri Ram Kavach will all help. You can recite Sri Hanuman Chalisa keeping right hand to Sri Mataji and left hand to the sky. And the cooling mantra, Sri Himalaya, Sri Chandrama. it all help in bringing down the right side.
Someone wants to know how to improve their condition of insomnia.
So insomnia, it is inability to get a good sleep. So it could be because of the to get a good sleep, we need to have a good back agnya. So back agnya can be because of either right side or left side. The back agnya pressure might be felt on the back agnya. So if it is overactive agnya, then we have to cool down the right side. And if it is from the left, so the mantra Shri Mahaganesha, Mahabhairava, Shri Hiranya Garbhai. Then they can use vibrated lemon and vibrated chili. So the vibrated lemon helps to clear the left side, and the green chili helps to clear the right side. So the green chili, it becomes red, and the lemon, it becomes very stiff, or it may become it gets spoiled. So they can keep that. Then Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidra Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Nama. So that should help. If it is from the left side, like in epilepsy, then early morning sun rays on the back agnya is very helpful. So if the left swadhisthana and back agnya you have, then do candle clearance or camphor clearance. But if it is overactive right side, that is you're getting too many thoughts, you're not able to go to sleep, then work on the right side, that is ice pack on the right agnya, here back agnya, right swadhisthana will be helpful.
And Dr. Madhur, the lemon and chilies that you just talked about, do we put them under the pillow at night or in a matka, or how do we do it?
So matka is required when you are feeling too much of the left side. Then matka is helpful. But for sometimes with the balancing, you are not able to, like in this insomnia case. So just having a one vibrated lemon and one vibrated chili also, you will find that in 2 3 days you will be fine.
Okay. Um, Yogis would like to know, how can one treat possession on oneself? So they know that they are possessed and they would like to treat themselves, and they would like to know how to go about it.
So as I said, all these left side clearance techniques, the matka, three candle clearance, camphor treatment, shoe beating, paper burning, they are all helpful. And reading Shri Mahakali names, Shri Bhairava names. So you can write a note and keep in front of Shri Mataji's altar, and it is very helpful. And do the process, and by Mother's grace, it will work out.
And somebody is asking, why do I keep getting possessed? Why does it take so long and so much suffering before it clears despite all Sahaj treatment?
So, as I said, it is a matter of attention. It can work out in a flick of a uh, in a flick of a moment, or sometimes it takes time. So it is depending upon how our chakras are, how much uh, how much water and manure it requires, our inner system requires. So somewhere we were that sincerity is and sometimes it so happens that we are so much caught up in all that process that the connection is not happening. So prayers are very very helpful. And in one talk, Shimataji has said, always don't keep on praying for things to happen. And like even for good health, she has said that, say, Mother, please keep me in spiritual life. So, good health and getting over all our worldly issues is a byproduct of meditation. So, we should, our main aim as we mature in Sage Yoga, it is more to get to that meditative state. So, once we are able to reach that meditative state, then all the other worldly issues resolve by themselves. So as our system gets nourished, then the physical issues get resolved. So our aim should not be to resolve those physical issues, but our aim should be to try to get to that spiritual state.
Okay. One yogi says that they are a hepatitis B carrier and they have a fatty liver. And how can that be treated?
So any infection like this, hepatitis is a bacterial infection, so they need to work on the left side. And again, a fatty liver is also for fatty liver also left side clearance will help. Plus, they have to take the diet restriction as advised by the doctor.
And then a similar question on diabetes, hypertension, and frozen shoulder. What can be done about frozen shoulder?
So frozen shoulder, it is something which, especially if you are having diabetes, this is frozen shoulder. It comes spontaneously, and it also goes off spontaneously. So in the meantime, we do doctors recommend many so painkillers and physiotherapy, etc. So those can be taken as palliative, but it is something which comes and it goes by itself. Sage Yoga point of view, we can give vibrations to the affected shoulder. Like if it is the right shoulder, then Shri Chakra Swamini mantra, and if it is a left shoulder, it is the Lalita Chakra Swamini mantra. And diabetes and hypertension, so in diabetes we work on three chakras specifically, that is the right Swadhisthana, the left Nabi, and the Agnya chakra. So foot soak, ice pack on the right Swadhisthana, right ice pack on the Agnya chakra, back Agnya and the right Agnya. For left Nabi, candle clearance, and for Agnya, looking through candle flames, saying Om Ham Sham, reciting Lord's Prayer, and then shoe beating to get to a thoughtless state. They are all effective. And taking mantra of Shri Hazrat Ali Fatima. 6 times taking mantra of Shri Hazrat Ali Fatima. So that will help to clear the right Swadhisthana. And hypertension is also a right side issue, and it needs also to the person needs to be relaxed. So all these right side clearance techniques can be done. In one talk, Shri Mataji has said that hypertension is coming from the left side. So if there is an emotional issue, then please also clear the left channel. If not, hypertension is more of a right side, right Vishuddhi. So Allah Akbar, ghee camphor, massage to the Vishuddhi will all help.
So now many mothers, young mothers are there, and they would like to know how to protect the children before sending them to school, and after they come from school, how to clear them.
So keeping them small children in bandhan is very important. We have to also make the children realize the importance of teach them that they have to take bandhan. So bandhan is very very important. And then if they are able to make foot soak before going to or any time during the evening hours from after coming back from their school, and again meditating for 5 minutes will and bandhan will suffice. If there is something you're feeling on their subtle system, right or left overactive, then we have to work on them.
And then somebody wants to know what oil to be put in the ears and noses of toddlers, if at all.
So uh, uh, yeah, that in the for toddlers it is in the ears, Shimataji said that we can put, but in the nose it is very difficult. सो कौन सा ऑयल बोला था, विथ लहसुन, क्या बोलते हैं
Olive
लहसुन
oil,
को? नहीं नहीं, लहसुन लहसुन,
garlic.
garlic. So Shrimati said that we can warm some olive oil and then garlic in it, warm it, and then you can keep that oil and put a little bit of that in the ears once a week. So even for older people and uh, for toddlers, as I said, the ghee massage or olive oil, any mineral oil massage, it will be helpful. And in the ears, this can be put.
Okay, there is a question: how can we treat ganglion cyst? Ganglion cyst.
So any abnormal growth in the body is weakness of the left side. So it has to be cleared. The left side needs to be worked upon. But always see that if it is you are overactively right sided, then the left side weakens. So then you have to also simultaneously uh, uh, bring down your right side. So you can simply raise the left hand, put down the right side. And these two what do you say, the prayers I find very helpful. Nobody can manage me, only Shiv Mataji can manage me to clear the left side, and Shimataji is only managing me to balance the right side.
Correct.
Similarly, for thoughtlessness, not able to become thoughtless, the prayer which she has given, Shimataji, please come in my brain,
Mhm.
please reside in my brain, please make your room in my brain. Let my brain be in, you be the controller of my brain, and you be the controller. Let my brain be guided by your divine wisdom. So you make these prayers, and you will find that your thoughtlessness will improve. And Shimataji, you can invite Shimataji in your Sahasrara, in your brain, everywhere, and it will. It is very very helpful.
Somebody has asked how to treat massive negative attacks.
So collective support will be helpful if it is massive.
So then we should be shoe beating it or bandhan, or how do we do it?
Yes, should be paper burn and collective bandhans are all helpful, and we have to surrender it to Shimataji.
And then somebody writes, I have the cold heat complex, upper body heat and lower body cold. The hip is always cold, especially in winter time. I sweat a lot in the heart area. There is spontaneous sweating along with poor digestion and bloating problem.
Yeah, so this is a medical condition, and like work on the central heart, work on the central heart, and that will improve. So reading Devi Kavach will be very helpful.
Okay. And then uh, somebody's asked, my mother has hyperthyroidism and high blood pressure. I think you have already dealt with this.
Yes, we have done with this.
I'm 44 years old, suffering from foot drop. What can be done?
Uh, so, uh, the doctor's recommendation for it is this is a it is a medical condition, and it requires it is not a vibrational issue. So we have to understand that what medical conditions are there. We have to take the medical help, and Sahaj Yoga is it on the vibrational level. It is helpful, and as I said, if there is it is an issue coming because of the vibrational imbalance. then that can be corrected. But if there are certain medical issues, like if you have a fracture or a foot drop or cataract in the eye, so all these conditions, they require medical treatment.
And then there is also somebody asking treatment for tinnitus.
So for tinnitus, you can carom seeds, that is ajwain. So you can warm that, vibrate it, put it in front of Shrimatiji's photograph, warm it, and then put it in a cotton cloth, and you can do some fomentation on the back of the ear. So, and ghee camphor in the nose, and work on the Vishuddhi chakra. So that will help.
And somebody has nasal polyps and would like to know the treatment.
So again, nasal polyps, these are also medically, they need to be, if they are big, they need to be surgically removed. And recently I did a program um, for a ladies program, in which a yogini shared that her son had adenoids, and was advised surgical treatment. But actually I told them, I had suggested that for clearing this nasal sinuses, the jalneti, that is putting warm saline through one nostril and it comes out through the other nostril, for sinusitis and for migraine. So that was helpful. And then afterwards putting ghee camphor. So she shared that they did it for the son, and by Shmataji's grace, the adenoids got resolved, and it did not need medical treatment. So if the polyps are small, they can try this jalneti and ghee camphor, and if it is helpful, then the surgery may not be required. But as I said, any abnormal growth in the body, anywhere in the body, you nourish your left side. Reading Devi Kavach covers all the body parts. So you can read the Devi Kavach, and it is Shri Mahakali names for the left side. And as it is the Vishuddhi Chakra, the Allah Akbar and Ghee Camphor.
Okay, and then somebody wants to know how to treat their obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD.
So, yeah, OCD. It is very difficult. OCD, because I practically had the experience. It is not easy, and but they can try shoe beating. They can try shoe beating. It is not easy.
And then
They can try shoe beating.
the ladies now would obviously like to know how to handle irregular menstruation.
So it is a hormonal issue. So regular foot soak and meditation will help us to keep us in balance, and that will set our hormones also right. And these days it is because of the gadgets and because of the technical aspects, we are using the electronics gadgets too much, and our exposure has gone up. So and all stressful situations, so we should learn to relax. So that is very, very essential, that we have to learn to relax, give do as much as possible, only as much as your body can take it, don't overdo. So we have to also learn to relax. That is very, very important for our internal hormonal system to be all right.
And then there is a question on night terrors in young children about 3 to 8 years old. Night terrors.
So it is a back Agnya issue. So early morning sun rays will be very helpful, and Shri Mahaganesh Mahabhairava mantra will be very helpful. They can keep, as I said, the vibrated lemon and chilies. That will also help.
And to wrap it all, Dr. Madhur, what would be your general advice on? because we are never problem free as far as our health goes. If something or the other is always there due to environment or our genetic makeup or whatever it may be. We would like some advice, general advice from you.
As I said, that we have to look at the spiritual aspect of Sahaj Yoga, get into the thoughtless awareness state, and try to be more established in our Sahasraras. And as the medical issues they keep coming up, as you said, rightly said, genetic or environment, then we just face it, surrender the issue to Shri Mataji, and you will find that whatever situation comes in life, it will help to increase your faith, and you will see how Shri Mataji helps you to tide over that condition. So don't have Sahaj Yoga just to get cured of our physical ailments or our worldly issues, but the spiritual aspect of Sahaj Yoga is more important, and that will only help all of us to grow collectively.
So I know that there are more questions coming in, but I think you have already spoken about most, and the list can be endless.
Yeah,
So thank you so much, Dr. Madhur, for joining us today and solving most of our mental issues, and most of all for leading us into meditation and
thank you.
showing us a better way out to gain thoughtless awareness. I think that is really incomparable. We really need to be in that silent state and ascend, and we are all waiting to get to the nirvikalp state if we are not already there.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
very much.
thank you, Dr. Ruchika. You've been a very good moderator, and uh, it's been really enjoyable. Thank you all very much.
Thank you,
Jai Shri
Dr.
Mataji.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Mataji.
Mataji.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Mataji.
Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you so much for joining us for this session of Holistic Health through Sahaj Yoga. We are grateful for Dr. Madhur's participation and her enlightenment. We will now be closing the stream in a couple of minutes. Have a wonderful day.